Yeah, that's fine.
What's up, everybody? We have two exciting collaborations to talk to you about. If you don't know who we are Neverland. We came here 3 years ago, and we drove from Florida in a rented van filled with these little Porsches called D-Gen Racers, and we never thought in a million years we were selling them for $50. When we left here, they were going on an app called Whatnot for $250. So it was cool that we lost a crap ton of money, but it was even better that we learned a lot about this community and the important things about collecting. And that was the big lesson that we learned, that we came here as a tech company and we left as a diecast company with some great partnerships that we're going to talk about today. And we're really excited to share it with you. So, I am Kurt. This is my brother Marcus. And we want to share a couple things that we're working on. All of our product has what's called an NFT. It's either a QR code or an NFC chip on the bottom. When you hold your phone up to it, it mints a certificate of authenticity. A lot of people say it's gimmicky. What is an NFT? Why do I care? We actually got the idea from Hot Wheels and stories we heard from the 80s and 90s about Redline Club making 50,000 copies of something, and then all of a sudden another 50,000 shows up somewhere else, or 5,000. How do you really know if a company, it's trust. You have to gain trust in a company when they tell you, I'm producing 5,000 cars. Awesome. How do we know? We trust you. You disappear, they might be 10,000.
Right, and the benefit of the blockchain too, right, is this stuff lives forever. So long after we're gone, you can trade it, you can swap it around.
So one of the big things we're working on is a marketplace where you're going to be able to transfer and sell the items that we put an NFC chip on, and the creator, the first person that buys it, is always going to get a small percentage every time it moves along the blockchain. So if I tell you that this is car number 52, you hold your phone up to it, it puts it in Neverland Wallet as an NFT on the blockchain, like Mark was saying, it doesn't lie, and then if he goes to sell it, he goes to sell it, he goes to sell it, it stays on the blockchain, that transactional record forever. If we tell you there's a 500 units, it's all transparent on the blockchain. It sounds a little scary, but it's going to be the future of the way things
are.
Right,
and I think we made it easy too, right? So you don't have to understand crypto, you don't have to understand Web3, you don't have to understand the blockchain. All you need is a phone number and the ability to receive a text message. So if you don't have a Neverland wallet and you scan one of our physical products for the first time, it'll create a wallet for you with just your phone number. If you do have a wallet and you scan a product, it'll put it in your wallet. Anybody else that scans that after you scan it and claim it can see it in a public view. So if you wanted to carry on your physical and say, hey, check this out, it's mine, they could scan it and see on a public view that it's yours.
Right, and the reason that, again, back to the importance of it, we want to make sure that the collector feels like what they're getting is what they paid for. If there's 500 pieces, we do a lot of boutique runs, 200 pieces. I don't think we've ever done more than 333 pieces. Very hard for some manufacturers to meet, so we ended up building some great relationships. I want to talk to you about those today. A couple of things that we did for this show, we have two exclusive. The first one that we did, if you want to get me, can we get a camera on the stage so we can do close-ups? Yeah, we'll get that. Yeah? Okay, well, we're going to tell you about him anyway. So we kind of got in trouble for this one because I guess a lot of people were unhappy that Neverland was the first really cool design in the Greenlight's new packaging. So we're sorry if you carry Greenlight. We're sorry that we got it first, but it is a cool packaging. And it's in the kindest possible way. It's the best over-engineered die-cast packaging in the universe. You can tell how much time and energy they put into this because you need a PhD to really dive in, understand, this is like a vault. This is like Fort Knox for your die-cast. And what's so great about that is it feels important and it feels like it has a heavy value. Everything on the back, there's a little key, there's a screw in the back, it's a plastic case, they come out, it slides out, very well made. Vincent, thank you for allowing us to be the first company to carry that. And Walter, thank you very much for entrusting us to put our beautiful, small-run boutique Neverland piece in here. Thank you. All right, so that's the first one. Those are available here. There's 200 pieces. Then what we did is we hooked up with IXO. Some people say IXO. I say IXO, and you can call them whatever you want to call them. Just don't call them terrible, because they're not. They're awesome. So what we did is really cool. This is an exclusive just for the show. How many pieces did you guys do? 256? 264. This is the Zamac. We had really beat up on Jeff to get the Zamac because they wanted it, but I said, no, this is a perfect Neverland piece. So what we did with this guy right here is we did the deco with the Neverland Scummy Bear on top, and there's about 150 pieces of this. No worries.
There you go.
And all these are also, you can scan them and unlock the digital collectible. Mark, was about 150 pieces on that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
On the
And then there's 2 chase pieces that we want to talk to you about, but let's just go back super duper quick because I want you to see the close-up on these little. So those right there are the little screws. They're plastic. It comes with a tiny little key, which is very thoughtful, Vincent. And there's a tray in there that you can actually pull out. It's very, very, very well crafted and engineered. Right there, very cool. Okay, let's open those baby boys up and tell them about those. So with our collaboration, what we did is decided to take 29 pieces and we did chases. What's really interesting about this package is it's a labor of love. My brother Mark is a little bit of an engineer and a perfectionist with ADD, so it works out very well for these projects. And what he did is created this kind of modular environment, very small scale, 60 pieces, that completely comes apart, and you can pop the car in here. Everything comes out. There's a base on there. That slides out. This is all 3D printed right here, and we did it in Florida. And just really every detail was, if you want to pull that out too so they could see it. So these are the chase pieces for the Zamac exclusive convention car. And then there's another 29, which is just the red right here. So what we do is we really try to put a lot of focus of attention on small runs, very boutique-y, pay a lot of attention to detail. And what we're kind of like the thought process is if you're going to put an NFT collectible on it, we want to make sure that we're giving you the best. You can check it out.
We want you to interact with this as much as you want to interact with it, right? So if you put it in the package, never touch it again, great, that's for you. If you want to pull it out like he just did, that's great too. And even one step further, if you want to, you can pull the car out of the case, and there's a clip on the bottom that'll pull off as well. So it's meant to be modular so you can interact with it how you want to interact with it.
Yeah, and that's one idea we got from the first year we were here when people started scanning the NFTs and collecting them. I found that not everybody could run around with a big chase package or expensive car in their pocket. So one thing we did was we made the art very immersive. So when you get it, you can actually really identify with it and show people, hey, this is what I have. This is the digital version of what we're selling. And we found that people really, like we saw one guy last year running around with his Neverland wallet. We call him the mayor, and he's running around scrolling through 65 cars that he bought from us, and he didn't have to bring 65 physical cars. So it really worked. We're taking it even a step further. In about 48 hours or so, we're releasing the new Neverland wallet. It's completely gamified. You get rewards by checking in daily. There's certain points you can earn and use them for VIP parties, for exclusive looks, for drops. There's going to be a marketplace that's integrated. And there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we borrowed from the NFT, Web3, crypto community is this concept of utility, right? So we have, you know, like these things, for example, are just keychains, right? It's just a little fake leather keychain. But there's a QR code on the back, right? We gave these, or we're giving these away to our VIPs. This QR code is dynamic, so we can program it to do whatever we want it to do. So if you own this, you scan it, there's an NFT that goes into your wallet. We can send you notifications, special information about shock drops that only you have access to. You know, VIP events. So if we're in Miami and you're in Miami, you can come to our special VIP event just by showing us the NFT that's in your Neverland wallet.
Yeah, what we found out by coming to these events, it's more than just collecting little toy cars. There's a whole community that has so much more interest in common with each other. Music, for example. How long did we talk about music, right? We got brought together from a little 1/64th car. Art, learning about AI, the things that we're trying to accomplish. Where don't be afraid of AI, embrace it. Don't go into Leonardo and type in, make me a skyline. Go into Leonardo and say, hey, I'm looking to build something that's going to pull this kind of emotion out of a crowd. Can you give me suggestions on paint colors I could use? What floral patterns are appropriate for a 1964 Chevy, you know, Bel Air, whatever? Then it returns the information that you use to make smarter decisions when you're building art. A lot of the stuff we're doing is using AI in our business as an assistant to really get our minds thinking to where everything is plateaued. right? Instead of being afraid by it, we're saying, hey, listen, why don't we get some ideas from statistics and make data-driven decisions based upon things that are less likely to fail? And we're in when you're making 200 units or 15, pieces, we want to have the best information at our hands, so these are going to sell. Our pieces aren't cheap, right? $60 for a die cast, kind of expensive, all the way up to, we did sell a custom for over $3,000 once. There's a whole story that was behind it. It wasn't just about a $3,000 RWB Porsche. It included a video in the NFT of how it was made. It included an interview with me and my brother on how we came to these ideas. So that's additional utility where you go, $3,000, someone that has that money, that wants to look at it as art, they want to take the NFT, put it on a frame or a loop in their house on a TV, that they have that option to do it. So it's really interesting, from the first year we came here to the third year now, we've talked to a lot of people who still have the first Porsches, and they go, man, you guys changed the way I look at collecting. Because it's just not about a physical piece now. For them, they're really open to bringing in that digital element. And it is scary. It's shocking because people old school people are like, I don't get it. It's trash. It's garbage. Well, you got to kind of understand the new generation of collectors. And we've seen a lot of people who have adapted to it, and they've used it to teach even kids a lot younger than us to go, oh, no, but this is how it works. This is how easy it is. And John, I don't mean to call you out, but the first year, you were the first person who took out your brand new iPhone and you scanned at the VIP party the QR code on the wall. And I watched you, and you claimed the very first NFT, the free NFT. And I thought, here's John. He's not 19, everybody, just a newsflash. He's maybe 21.
He just looks it, right?
Maybe he's 21. But I went, John, how easy was that? And you said, oh, I said, you claimed your first NFT. And you went, I'm like, yeah, look, I got 10 more of them from Neverland. And that's how we wanted to position this company. We wanted to make it so easy that you don't worry about the nonsense of blockchain and crypto and price volatility. But the best parts of the blockchain are the level of security,
right? The provenance, right? The origin from factory to your pocket, to your shelf, to your collectible collection, right? You can trace it every step of the way, fully transparent.
Yeah, and not to get too deep, but I kind of got this idea from an avocado factory where I didn't know this, but there's big mafia in the avocado industry from Mexico to the United States. No idea. They developed a QR code that went on a laser printed on a avocado, and they scanned it at the origin. And the people who were selling it were able to track it through a website to see where it was stopping before they got their avocados. And a light bulb went off. How great would it be at the factory level if we were able to track, which we can do? We pre-sell you a car, you scan it, right, the NFT, and in there is literally where it is in the world and where it's going to the factory. So if X, Y, and Z tells you it's in Atlanta and it's really in North Carolina, if someone just placed an order of 50,000 cars, well, someone's full of crap because the blockchain doesn't lie and the GPS tracking on it doesn't lie. So these are things that are going to make, I think personally, the space, if it's adapted, much more transparent.
Owning a Neverland collectible will show the world what kind of collector you are.
Right?
Our collectors care about quality, design, community, and most of all, attention to detail. Each Neverland piece is a work of art. Your physical piece comes with a digital counterpart that is stored in your Neverland wallet. After claiming your Neverland digital collectible, it will forever be bound to its physical counterpart and stored in your Neverland wallet. Holding Neverland digital collectibles provides you access to a world of benefits, including access to VIP events, exclusive merchandise shop drops, NFT sticker packs, physical and digital stickers, and in the not-too-distant future, you can bring your digital collectibles into the Meta Whips racing game. In 2024, our marketplace will be open. Neverland, the future of collecting.
This was our first foray kind of into that. It's all about and we saw the challenge of something small and flexible. Deliver the same
lost his entire collection. And he got less than 25% of it from the insurance company because he had his word against the insurance company. Imagine we're speaking with several partners to have the ability to have a car that has a verified by Neverland, verified on the blockchain on a certain date that you own that car, a picture of it, and it puts it into your wallet and says, hey, the last 5 sales on eBay were $129, that's the estimated value. So once that wallet is built, you have the ability of hitting a PDF. A lot of these collectors, as you know, they're very serious, and some of them have close to $100,000, if not more, in collectibles. That has to be insured. So,
right. And I think you touched on something too, right? With the AI, we talked about AI and how scary AI is. But that's a great practical use case, and we saw that, and that's what we're implementing. So we have, an AI component to our application that's working in the background. It's not released yet, and not really, officially
but the world's
launching
gonna
it or
know now.
announcing it. But it'll go out and it'll build, in addition to the public database for AI, our own internal database where it will take, like Kurt said, go to eBay and tell me how many times this thing sold for over $100, or what were the value of the last 10 sales or the last 100 sales, or record every sale that was made for this on any platform, whether it was eBay or Amazon or whatever.
Walmart.com, it doesn't matter.
And your collection will update in your wallet like a portfolio with your stocks. So, and that's verifiable on the blockchain. So if you do have an unfortunate event like a flood or a fire and your collection is lost, there's a real value of what people in the real world are paying for those collectibles as recently as 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful stuff. So that's what we're aiming for over the next year or so, and most of it's built out. It's just finding the right use case to push it out. The new Neverland wallet's coming out in about 48 hours. Like I said, cool gamification in there. Reason to check in daily to basically fill up your gas tank. You earn points. You can use them for future drops. All sorts of fun stuff. And we're always looking for collaborations and people to talk to. Like I said, we're tech guys, and we stumbled out of here as die-cast guys and designers and engineers. It's been the most, I think, fulfilling experience because we just tapped a side of our brain that we didn't even really use or know was there to get into this. And honestly, we're so inspired by everybody here that we've sat down with and talked to. And I see the VIP of the VIPs back there. I don't want to disclose what you spent in our room, but that got me thinking about other applications for your collection to make sure that what you spent is technically insurable inside of the app. I mean, you bought a real car's worth of mini cars, which is so cool to see. And she told us her origin story of when she got her first Neverland and how she has them displayed at her house. And those are the stories that get us excited to go back and say, well, let's design a new case that can maybe stack or maybe have a light or maybe something. So next year, the person that we know that hangs it on the wall has an option to hang it on the wall, not just put it on the table. So we're building this kind of plane as we're flying it, really getting advice and feedback from everybody that we've had meetings with to kind of build a better brand and a better product. And that's the cool thing about not coming in as a die-cast company. We're not stuck on die-cast. We're stuck on taking this space and advancing it so it's better for everybody in here to collect. It doesn't matter if it's a mainline or a premium or a redline club. We feel that we could take information for that and provide a better use case or an easier way of collecting through that. So they're going to wrap us up soon, but if there's any questions or any advice or things that you think we should know, we're open for it. No, you're shaking your head no. You always have questions. You want the game? You can go tomorrow and play it. Okay? And that's another thing. It's a wind 'em up and go game that we're releasing tomorrow. Come by the Neverland. We're in the wine bar. And come see us and say hi. We saw a lot of you folks earlier. Anything else you want to add? Any questions, let us know. John, you always have a question. No? I answered them all, didn't I? Yeah. Thank you, John, for being such a strong supporter of ours. We appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, Marcus, any parting words? And I think, Vincent, are you coming up next? Yeah, Vincent's going to come up next. I got sandwiched right in the middle. Perfect place to be. And thank you guys very much. Yeah. We really appreciate every purchase, every conversation. You guys have been awesome to us. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, guys. Thank you.